This is how to get the Pear Deck add-on, and then I'm going to demonstrate how to use Pear Deck in this slideshow, and then I'm going to insert this video right here so you'll be able to watch it and go back and review how to do this. So these are instructions to get the Pear Deck add-on. You click on this link and go get the add-on. These are step by step, so follow these instructions step by step to get the add-on. Okay, then once you have the add-on, I'm going to demonstrate how to use it. So these are some slides that we were using in class this week. So mine, you see mine is right here. Mine says Pear Deck right there. And the reason mine looks like that is because we have a paid version. You're going to be using the free version, which is, honestly, you get a lot of, gosh, my words have escaped me, features. You get a lot of features with the free version. The paid version just gives you more features. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like for you. You would go to add-ons and then Pear Deck right here, and then say open Pear Deck add-on, and it opens up the same way as it just did. Okay, and so here are your choices right here. Ask students a question. So in this, I'm wanting my students to show me where 820 is, and then show me 100 less and 100 more. And so they're going to draw a box around 720, 820, 920. And so over here, I want them to be able to draw. So I'm going to just click on draw. And that's it. It's done. So when I present this slide, my students will have a pen and they'll be able to draw. And I'll show you what it looks like for the students in a second. Let's go back to, I'm going to show you the different ways to add questions, and then I'll show you what it looks like for the students. So I'm going to go to the next slide. This time I have a choice here. So I want my students to write their answers. I can either have them draw so that they have a pen and they can actually write, or I could have them, I could do text where they just get a cursor and they can type their answers. I could even do numbers where they can just write numbers, right? So I have three choices here. I know from my students that drawing is the best option. And the reason I say that is because when the draw tool comes up, there's also a T for text. And so they could type it if they wanted to, even with the draw tool. And so I'm going to pick draw for this one. And again, I'll show you what it looks like when it comes up. And you know what? This is another draw one, but I'm going to show you what some of these others look like whenever it's in the Pear Deck mode. So this one I'm going to do a draggable. So I use this one a lot if I give them choices on the screen. And so this one's kind of cool because if you click on the down arrow here, you have choices of what you want them to drag. So this is what their screen looks like. And that's what they're dragging right now is a dot. A lot of the times I'll do a thumbs up. You can change the color if you want to. Let's see, I'll do a brighter color so you can see it there. So thumbs up, you can do math symbols. So maybe you've got something, a math problem on the screen and you want them to drag the symbol. You could do numbers. You can do some symbols here, and you can do some more just different types of symbols, right? And so you can choose whatever you want. And I always do that in red just because that's what I like. And here you can change how big you want it. Really small, really big, right? And so we'll just leave it about like that, and we'll say update slide. And then I'm going to do like a new slide, and I'm just going to say which one is the correct answer. Okay, and you could put on here A, B, C, or D. You don't even have to put that on there. You can put whatever you want. Sorry. And then you can come right here to choice. And when you bring up choice, it lets you actually put the choices in. All right, so I'll just put in some of these that are already here that I have been using. And so that'll just make it quick and easy for me. There we go. So those are our choices. I'll say update slide. Okay, so we have created our Pear Deck. Just that simple, right? I mean, that was pretty easy. Also, let me see, those might be in the, they do have a template library, and I'm pretty sure this template library is free. So if you go to the template library, it's got some bell ringers, some quick formative assessments, activities, reflections, exit tickets, right? So some easy stuff here. And I'm pretty sure these come with the normal version, not the paid version, right? Some of these others, I believe, are the ones that come with the paid version, but you should play around with it since you're going to get it for 30 days and just kind of see what you like and don't like about it. So that's it. That's how you create the Pear Deck. So then when you're ready, you say start lesson. So I'm going to show you what this looks like for the teacher. Okay, now here's two really cool things. You can do student paced, and then the students can complete it on their own whenever they want. You can do instructor pace, and then the students are with you in real time. Whatever slide you go to, that's the slide that shows up on their screen. So they're kind of stuck with you. They can't go anywhere else within the slides without you because you're controlling it. Where student paced, they can do it whenever on their own. Okay, so I'm going to do instructor paced. All right, and so it comes up. Now, you see here it's on that last one. I guess that's because I had that slide selected. But you can here give them the join PD, or I just do this. I click on give students a link. I copy it to the clipboard, and then when we're in our Google Meet, I just drop that link in the chat box. Excuse me. And then it's easier for the students to get to. So that's what I do. And then you have this dashboard here, and I'll have to show you this dashboard in a minute because I'm only sharing this tab in my screencast, so you won't be able to see my teacher dashboard. But I'm going to show it to you in just a minute when I show you what it looks like for the students. Okay. And so you close this, and see if I can move this over. And then let me go back to the beginning. And so you can control it down here and go to your slides, and goodness, and then you can just toggle through all of your slides like this. All right, and then you can show responses. So once your students have answered, let's see if I can put in a new one. Hold on just a second. I'm bringing up the slides, and I am going to choose some answers here so you can see what it looks like. All right, now, so let's see, I've put some answers in there. So I'm going to say show responses, and here you can see. Now, when you have more than one student, you can just scroll through. If I scroll up, it would scroll through each of their responses, and so you can show it, right? So this is the one slide where you can see I drew it with my mouse. This one, show responses. You can see I put my red thumb right there, and then you can toggle through that, hide responses. And then the last one here, show responses. You can see it gives you this neat little bar graph here, and it will show you all of their responses here. Okay. And so you can say hide responses. Now, the other thing that I was talking about down here at the bottom, which you can't see because it's in its own little window, is your teacher dashboard. And it's basically the same thing that I just showed you, except for it's all right there together for you to look at all at one time. Instead of clicking show responses for the students, you can see it in live. It's happening real time for you. And so when I do the next video, I will do my whole screen so you can see what this teacher dashboard looks like. All right, I think that's it. So let me get rid of this. So when you're done with your Pear Deck, working with your students, let me move this out of the way. You just say end, and then for me, I think this is the paid version. I can name this version, and then I can go back to it in my Pear Deck if I want to see how my students performed. I'm not sure that it saves it for you with the free version, but I believe you get the paid version for 30 days. So you'll get to see all of these features for 30 days. So I'm going to end the session without naming it. This is another feature, Reflect and Review, which is also pretty cool. You can open Reflect and Review, and then so here's my student, and I can see how my students performed. So this is what they did right here, and then I can leave feedback. So I can say something like, you forgot to do the bottom two choices, right? And send that feedback, and then they see it on their screen. And so that's a pretty cool feature, right? Being able to add feedback to your students. So I'm going to go back, and my session is over. And so these are all my sessions, right? This is saved in my Pear Deck. And so I can go back and look at any of these sessions that my students completed, and then I can see their work, which is also a really nice feature. So I'm going to close all of this out. I just realized that was in another window, and you probably didn't see any of that. Again, I will, when I record my next video, I will show you more of what it looks like on the teacher side. So I'm going to stop this video, and I will record the next video to show you what it looks like on the student side, and then more of what it looks like for the teacher.